In this video, we will learn how to classify matter. Matters can be divided into two classes, mixtures and pure substances. Mixtures are composed of more than one substance and can be separated physically into its component substances. For example, salad. Salad contains lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, and black olives. When you separate them out, you can separate them out in its own components. Let's talk about pure substance. Pure substance are composed of only one substance and it cannot be separated physically. There are two types of mixtures, heterogeneous mixtures and homogeneous mixtures. Heterogeneous mixtures do not have uniform properties throughout. For example, sand and water, when you mix it and you can see two layers, sand at the bottom and water is on the top. That two layer is not uniform throughout, so that's a heterogeneous mixture. In homogeneous mixtures, you can find uniform properties throughout. For example, salt and water. When you mix it, you find clear solution. It's called homogeneous mixture. There are two types of pure substances, compounds and elements. Compounds can be chemically separated into individual elements. For example, water is a compound. Water is a compound of hydrogen and water, H2O. When you separate H2O into its component, you can find hydrogen and water. So compound can be made of two or more elements together and they are chemically combined. So when you separate them, you can separate them chemically. Elements cannot be broken down further by chemical reactions such as aluminum, copper, gold, and many other elements from the periodic table. They have their own identity and they are made of particular types of atoms. You cannot break down and separate them. So that's element, pure substance. You can see here matter is made of two types, mixtures and pure substance. Mixtures can be separated physically into its components. Mixtures we classify homogeneous, means uniform throughout, such as salt and water. Homogeneous mixture which is not uniform throughout, such as sand and water. Compound and elements, they are pure substances categories. You can see elements are made out of pure single atoms. For example, you can see gold foil. You can see gold foil is made out of all gold atoms. It's uniform. And when you see compounds, for example, water is H2O. You can see red is oxygen and two white ones are hydrogen and it made of H2O. And you can see those two elements combined makes H2O. So that means when you separate them out in H2O, you can separate them chemically. So we talk about classification of matter. Now we are going to talk about occurrence of elements. There are over 100 elements that is occur in nature, and 81 of those elements are stable. Only 10 elements account for more than 95% of mass of Earth crust, water and atmosphere. You can see oxygen, mass percent 49.5%. Silicon, you can see varieties of percentages that you can find elements in Earth, water and atmosphere. Oxygen is the most common element in Earth's crust and in human body. while silicon is the second most abundant element on earth crust. Carbon is second most abundant in body. You can see earth crust and human body, and percentage of oxygen on both is higher. Silicon is higher on earth crust and carbon is higher on human body. And how do we identify elements? Each element has their unique name. Name has several origins. Hydrogen is derived from Greek, carbon is derived from Latin, Scandinavium is named for Scandinavia. Curium is named from Maria Curie. Nobelium is named for Alfred Nobel. So you can see name is based on Nobel people, scientists. And each element is abbreviated using a chemical symbol. Symbols are 2 or 1 letters. Most of the time, symbol is derived from the name of the element. C, for example, is a symbol of carbon. Cd is a symbol of cadmium. When a symbol has 2 letters, first is capitalized and the second is a lowercase. Here are some more examples that derive from original Latin names. Gold, A is a capital and U is a lowercase, AU. Silver, AG. Copper, CU. Mercury, HG. Potassium, K, and so on and so forth. You can see antimony, SB. Tin, SN. So that way it's originally from Latin name. Here is a critical thing. Aluminum or aluminium. Most metals have their names and in IUM. However, element 13 is called aluminum in USA and Canada and aluminium in rest of the world. The different spelling is believed to be from the spelling error which caught on in USA and Canada. The official IUPAC name is aluminium. However, in 1993, IUPAC recognized alternate spelling aluminum.